You know, I say it every time I do these videos, and I still can't believe we're finding new things in this game we don't know about. Dude, this game is over 11 years old now, and new things are still being discovered. Obviously, I have to give a big thanks to the community because you guys did tell me a bunch of them, so thank you for that. And of course, we'll do our usual game, so if you know all the facts in these videos, you can drop a dislike on the video, I won't be sad. But if there's something you didn't know in this video, then you gotta drop a like. Do we have a deal? Anyways, enough stalling around, let's go ahead and jump into the video and show you some new stuff. For the first one, you can see here when robots are spawning in, you cannot shoot them. None of them take damage until they fully spawn in. But there's actually one exception for one loader type. Also, bunker die. Thank you. Now, it's going to take a little bit to find them, so let me do some searching around, and hopefully we get lucky. That took like 10 minutes. Okay, so power loaders. You know how they have the spinning arms? Basically, those are damageable as soon as they're spawning in, and the rest of them is not. So you can see here, if I shoot at the arms, it actually takes damage before it spawns in. So if my build's good enough, I can get the kill before they actually fully spawn in too. It's a pretty rare occurrence, which is probably why a lot of people haven't seen that. Everybody loves their bee crunch sound, right? You know, you put on the bee shield, shoot the enemy, and you hear that crunchy sound. Well, if you're spec'd into Thought Lock, the capstone for my motion skill tree, then it will actually get rid of the bee crunch sound. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but it is a thing. Maybe that's why people don't take Thought Lock, because they want to have their bee crunch sound. Hey, I'm just saying it's a pretty awesome skill, you know, underused, really, underrated. So maybe try it out when you're doing another Maya playthrough in the future. This one comes from Little Gas Mask, and he did show me that if you are spec'd into Light the Fuse and, you know, you throw the dynamite bundles when you're in fight for your life, this is what normally happens. You down yourself, you know, enemies shoot you, whatever, then you bleed out, you gotta watch this animation of zooming out, then you blow up, and then possibly maybe get the kill. But there's a faster way to do it. Alright, so what you're going to do is go into Fight for Your Life and then activate Light the Fuse. And during the bleed out animation right here, if you simply click one more dynamite throw bundle during this animation, it just skips the rest of it. See? It just skips all the way through it, you blow up right away. Now, you're only saving maybe like 1 second per time you do it, but hey, if you're trying to get the most out of Light the Fuse, then why not do it? Let's do it one more time here at full speed, so we're going to down ourselves, hold explode, wait for the animation, and then click. Really cool trick, and thank you for sharing that. For the next one, Warrior's had something on his mind for a while now. No pun intended. Like, on the back of his head is literally something that probably not a lot of people know about. And that is the fact that he has a full-blown vault symbol on the back of his head. See? During the fight, you can never really see it because of how fast he moves and how, you know, hidden it is on the back of his head. Nonetheless, it's a really cool detail, and I kind of wish it had a mechanic during the fight where, like, I don't know, you have to, like, jump on the back of the head and do something to it or something. Heck, shove the vault key in there, I don't know, man. But anyways, yeah, that's a pretty cool fact. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. And on to the next. As you might know, when you're playing Gauge, you can shoot objects like jars or skag piles to get anarchy, and then that's kind of it, right? But if you're spec'd into Shock and Awe, the Shock Nova will actually damage the already broken object and let you stack anarchy for an extra like 3 seconds. So you can see here I'm going to shoot the jar and get some anarchy down below, so we're going to do that. And then Shock and Awe is going to go off and keep letting me stack on this jar even though it's gone. And as you can see, the stacks stop because the jar is now not damageable, but even though it was broken in the first place, we still were able to get extra stacks off of it. Take advantage of that. Alright, I found a better visual example, so you can see a pumpkin here, I can shoot it, you know, get damage numbers from my gun, and then Shock and Awe is going to hit it right after. But now, I cannot shoot it with my gun because it doesn't exist for the bullets. But the Shock and Awe Nova does still hit, and I can still stack off of it. Credit goes to your Zerdu for this one. For this one, we are going to be playing Zero, and there's a really weird spot here in Sanctuary. So it's only going to work when Sanctuary is on the ground, not, you know, up in the sky. And right here by this pillar, anywhere on this left side here, if you throw your Deception, it just dies. You might be thinking, oh, it's probably your Deception hitting a death wall or something, but that isn't the case. Because if you throw Accident's Turret or Death Trap here on Gauge, it will not actually kill them. So there is something really weird going on in this specific location. Not to mention you can throw Deception off a cliff and it will ignore the death wall. So there's something strange going on here. Either way, it's something funny and pretty cool. And let's jump on to the next one. I want to give a thanks to Zeta Damon for showing me this one. And she showed that in the code of the game, on the story mission kill for the Handsome Sorcerer, something weird happens out of bounds. So you know how after the fight you have the loot explosions happen above you, like fireworks, and they drop loot? Well, during the story mission, one of them happens to explode out of bounds. And not just any of them, the one that can drop the bee shield and the Tina grenades. Haha. Oh, I guess that could be a surprising one for some people too, but yeah, he could drop the bee shield. It's one of his rare dedicated drops. So just know that every time you kill him on the story mission for this DLC, that he might be dropping your B shield out of bounds. That is if you get lucky and roll it. Speaking of the Handsome Sorcerer, for the next one, you can see here, we're going to go into photo mode, and you can see Handsome Sorcerer, you know it's Jag and stuff, but if you get real nice and close, yeah, he has the face of a rat enemy, and you are not supposed to see that. I guess you could say that Handsome Jack is a rat, but I don't think it's canon. This one comes from Justin99, and thanks to his hard and dedicated work, he found something in the code that we would have never known about unless you looked at the code. And that is the fact that Triple O can drop the Interfacer and the Hawkeye. And of course, you might already know that. It can rarely happen, right? There's a reason for it. So if you are in normal mode TVHM or UVHM, and you have unlocked Candlerack's Crag and entered the map for the first time, Veracitus's loot pool gets thrown into Triple O's loot pool. That means that if you kill Triple O on UVHM, then you get the guaranteed Seraph that you get from Veracitus from Triple O. So you will always get a guaranteed Interfacer or a guaranteed Hawkeye if you spawn and kill Triple O. Again, all you need to do is walk into Candlerack's Crag, unlock the map, and then it gets loaded into Triple O's loot pool. Also, big thanks to Mopioid for letting me use this clip to show off the drops, because I really didn't want to spawn Triple O myself. He's such a pain to spawn and farm. Ugh. For the last one, we should probably all be happy that we let Corporal Reese die. Hold on, let me get to the point. This guy is not as he seems. He's not a Crimson Raider. Under his mask, aha, he has a bandit mask. He's a traitor, dude. Now, obviously, it's part of the game design. It's not canon. But now that I know this fact, I will probably never trust him again. So next time you visit Corporal Reese in the story, just know that he's not as he seems. Alright, that was 10 facts, but you know what? We do have one bonus one because it's kind of small, you know, not really a major, crazy thing, but you might notice these skag piles or garbage piles. They have the flies flying around it. These are 2D textures, as people might know, but something weird about them is if you get really close, they actually inverse the color of whatever they're passing through. Now, I feel like this was done just to make them stand out a little bit more so they never match the color of the backdrop. But either way, it's a really cool detail, and it definitely makes them pop out when you pass by them. Anyways, I think that's going to be all for the video today. So again, if you guys knew all of these facts, then you can leave a dislike on the video. I will not be sad. But if you did learn something new, then be sure to drop a like to show that you learned something new. Also, if you want to, you could drop a sub too, but it's up to you. And of course, if you guys do have any interesting facts for Borderlands 2, then be sure to comment down below and you might be featured in the next video. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, have an awesome day, and I will see you all later. Peace out.